Good evening. Like I was saying before, that sometimes there is controversy about music. I remember, through years of being forced to be outside homeless, I tried to just be as good as I could be, but the situations, of course, wasn't conducive to having music. All through I was mostly had to be out through all of the 90s, starting in early 1993. And I just mostly didn't hear any music at all, except for what I might hear on the grocery store music systems when I was shopping. For some of the time I had a portable Sony, and without studying or knowing anything about any persons of music, that I'd be searching through the dial at night, to try to listen to something relaxing instead of the rampaging that's focused at me from traffic. you know, and then suddenly if I hear a pretty nice lady singing, and it's just, a relief, nice, you know, but it didn't happen very often. So anyway, by about, so most of the years I didn't even hear much of anything. And when I started to, get more acquainted to some music of pretty ladies that, through the 80s and 90s and even into the 2000s, that I mostly didn't even hear anything of, that to me it was a real treat, you know. There's either a rampage in the traffic sound, forced to be sitting out in the dark, or suddenly the voices of variously pretty nice ladies' excitement that I really like. So by about 2005, I had bought my first ever CD player, and I became a member of BMG Music Service, and I got a collection of CDs, and for the remainder of the time that I was forced to be outside, I'd have the beers to help me to go to sleep late at night, and for the first time in my life, I was also having the accompaniment of some music. And then by about the end of 2011, I had a computer for the first time, and for the first time in my life, I started to learn about music videos. And so for me, again, it was a real treat to, instead of having to always listen to the terrible assault that is put at me from traffic and air conditioning or whatever, that I was able to use my headphones and enjoy some exciting, colorful music shows of pretty ladies. So for me, it was really something, and there wasn't any time that I would have wanted to even imagine anything bad about any of them. But of course, I just really don't know that much about the music industry, and I started to be criticized some by persons that are official, and it turns out that sometimes criticism is actually valid. Uh, but I just want to say that in my opinion, it's like when you can't know anyone personally, that what you like is hearing what it sounds lively and nice, and makes you feel better. And so I liked the music that I listened to of ladies, including some music by Amy Grant, Madonna, and Faith Hill. And by near the end of near the end of 2011, I learned of Katy Perry for the first time. And as a matter of fact, I was startled one day when I was in the library, and I heard one of her songs that had become popular back then. I guess it was in 2011, when for some reason or other, I don't know why, she got on a computer that somebody else was using, and said, "I wish you would be satisfied with this Katy Perry." And so I'm thinking, are you kidding? As I'm working on using a computer for whatever reports I'm working on, all of a sudden, a pretty young lady I wouldn't have even imagined knew anything about me said the words that I just said. But so of course, I was curious, and so by around 2012, I started to learn of some of the really nice exciting stage shows, and I started to very much like the videos of hers that I like. Although there are some that I didn't like, because there are some words, lyrics that I don't really like. But what I liked is what I liked, and so it's just for me it was a really nice eventuality, and of course I didn't expect any actual real attention from her or any of the others that I actually occasionally heard from. It was because of the influence of others, the egotism of the abuse family, what they did to me through the operation, and their influences or whatever. But various attention did happen, and there was various controversy, and years passed, and there were some really serious